What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Garrett with Game by the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today, fellas, because it is the start of a new week, and we all know what that means. There is a new faction blessing and a new faction booster. I have not looked. I like to show it off together. Let's hop on over now, determining this week's faction, and let's figure out, okay, Forest Alliance. Alright, so Blade Dancer, Rogue. I mean, maybe they're trying to show off Rogue a little bit. Hunter's a good one. I would love to upgrade Hunter and do something cool, but I know that those are the faction cores that we're going to need for Rogue, so I'm hesitant about that. And the booster is Critical Blessing. It increases the chance of a critical hit for this week's units by 4% for each of these units in the deck. Very, very cool. With that knowledge, let's create a deck, and we'll be right back to start this video off. Alright, we got ourselves a deck, and let's see what we can do. We're already going up against a Shaman Spammer, and he's hitting me with the white flag. I'm not exactly sure why. It might be because I have Ivy in this deck, but let me walk through my thought process, okay? Every single week we get a faction booster. I really just want to utilize those different changes. I want to utilize the changes, feel the changes, okay? So it's critical damage depending on how many. I guess I'll just keep hitting J. Frost is okay. Depending on how many units that you have that are in the Forest Alliance, you get an extra 4% crit from that unit. So we've got Dryad in here, Ivy in here, as well as Boreas, which all are giving me 4%. So we got an extra, was that 12%? Goodness me, that should be pretty easy math. We've got an extra 12% of critical damage from the units that we have in our deck. And then I threw in a Frost as well as a Hex, because Hex works really well with Boreas and Ivy, honestly with Dryad as well. And Frost, we just needed a little bit of slow. I was actually really surprised that the Forest Alliance, it doesn't have any slow. I was hoping we would have something. It would have, you know, Stasis or, you know, Bombardier, Cold Mage. What, like, how does one of the alliances, one of the factions, not have a single unit that does any slow? Let me know if I'm wrong, but I looked very quickly, briefly, and I didn't see anything. So that's what I'm going to be going with. But let's see how we do in this game. I think we should be in a pretty good spot. We've got Boreas, he's got Boreas, we've got Ivy, and Ivy is a very, very good counter. So I'm not going to necessarily say this deck is a free-to-play deck, okay? It's got 4 legendaries. It doesn't feel like it has 4 legendaries in it, but it does have 4 legendaries in here, so not necessarily a free-to-play deck. Let's just do that. Alright. This is actually pretty ugly. We don't have any Boreases. And I missed everything right there. Let's just do that. I'm assuming he got switched also, but maybe his board just looks good no matter what. Let's keep hitting our J as soon as we can. We haven't leveled up any of our units. I'm just going to do that. I would love to get a Boreas next to that Hex. That would be really, really awesome. We've got a ton of Ivies. But I also want to make sure that my board is always pretty full. So we're going to do that. That's actually fine. We got a Hex next to a Boreas right there. We've got another Hex right there. We're going to do this. Let's get our Boreas up. Let's get our Ivy up. Let's get our Hex up. And if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like the video, and also check out those memberships. We got a lot of cool perks that I know you guys will enjoy, including the ongoing raffle for you to win your very own Mallard mug. All you got to be is a rare member. Guys, this raffle has now been going on for almost a year, I believe, which is just really, really cool. And obviously, it's a take on the Mallard mug that I always have in the beginning of the videos. I was going to say in the morning, which I guess that would make sense also, if you guys didn't catch on to that. I'm sure you guys are all bright people, and you knew, but just so you know. But yeah, I think we're okay. Bedlam will probably switch us again, to be honest. We'll just do that. Another Dryad. 200 to go through. Let's hit our J here. I would love not to get switched. Alright. Did he not get switched? Wow. He's taking things out pretty quickly. I don't know what his levels are. I guess we'll just do that for right now. We'll do that as well. We've got a bunch of Frost. There's a Boreas. We still have some a decent setup right now. Not the best thing in the world, but we do have a rank 3 over here. We've got a rank 2 on a rank 2 on a rank 2. I'll get my Hex up one more time. He doesn't have a ton of stuff that he can do in terms of spamming things out, so that's good for us. He hit that thing right there. I'm going to let him hit that. That's okay, I suppose. Gonna level up my Frost once because I kind of feel bad. Let's just do that. I'm gonna also do this. Another Boreas is fine. Another Hex is actually pretty good. Let's get that Hex up. And I think we are pretty squared away for this victory. Let's hit a Boreas. Let's hit a J. That's gonna be completely useless. Actually, we hit a mini boss, so I don't feel so bad right there. And here he comes again with something. I'll just combine that guy out. I'm going to leave that guy alone. I'm going to leave that guy alone. But you can see already we're starting to run away with this guy. Run away with this win. Not run away with this guy. We're running away together, Mom. Sorry. So I think we're going to be fine. Here comes Warlock. Can we actually take out Warlock before it hits anything? Yes, sir. That's what I like to see. All right, let's get that Boreas up. Actually, that probably would have been better to level this guy up. He's hitting me with a good game. He was pretty funny. I mean, let's hit him with a good game, because he hit me with the white flag immediately. You know, if you're playing Boreas, Shaman, you probably don't have a ton of options per se. I think Bruiser is still the best. He's probably running it, obviously, because of the Forest Alliance. But he hit me with the right flag just like he did again, which is kind of funny and making me ignore my board and trying to catch me slipping here. But I think it's gonna be a-okay. He's hitting all sorts of stuff. Maybe he's just merging out to merge out. He could be doing that as well. But I hope everybody is having a fantastic morning, evening, night, wherever you are around the world. Shout out to you guys for coming by and hanging out. It's been a pretty nice morning. I literally just got up, just checked the faction booster. I gotta start doing some War Day stuff. I'll hit him with a good game. I typically don't. If his name is not Luck. This guy's a troll. I don't even know. I typically don't hit Shaman players with GGs, but it's kind of fun. Let's jump into another game here. And see what else we can find. We got level 10, 1300, and he's rocking the Scrapper, Cultist, Chemist deck. Let's see how we fare against this deck. I think this will probably be a little bit more of a fair, maybe not fair fight, but a fair example of what this deck will look like on the ladder, okay? I mean, everybody goes up against Shamans. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But a lot of people always are going up against Cultists. A lot of people are always going up against Blade Dancers, you know? So I think whenever I make a new deck or show off a new deck, I think it's always kind of just nice for you to see how it looks against some of those top tier decks. Because this deck, again, it's not free to play. 4 of my cards are legendaries. However, they're probably the 4 most basic legendaries, and this is a pretty simple strategy. You know, you don't need Harlequin, you don't need Scrapper, you don't need Bruiser or Tesla or, you know, something. So, hopefully this still helps you guys out. Let me know if it does. But also, if you guys want to catch me live, I do live stream. We live stream on Fridays as well as Sundays. Fridays at 11 a.m. and Sundays at 4 p.m. exclusively on Twitch. So if you guys want to watch, you got to come by Twitch. Come hang out. It's always a good time. Link is in the description. We'd absolutely love to have you. And yeah, alright, so I'm okay with this board right now. We got Puppeteer, so it might move us around anyway. I'm not going to level anybody up, just in case we do get moved around. He's having a little bit of a tough time. Oh, this guy substituted Harlequin for Scrapper. So he's going to have a tough time in the beginning. But if he can set his board up decently, then he should be okay. But very, very interesting. So when I play Cultist, one of my rules of thumb is I don't like to use my Harlequin to copy Cultists. I want, to the best of my ability, to naturally get Cultists, and then I can use my Harlequins on Dryads and level them up a ton. However, I do still keep that Harlequin in there, not because of the Dryad. I mean, obviously it helps. But primarily, give me a Hex right there. Yes, sir. It's not amazing, but that's okay. But I still have that Harlequin in there because there's almost always a time where I'm gonna need to copy a Cultist. You just run out of plays that you can actually make. It doesn't like giving you an excess amount of Cultists, so you always seem to need to get at least one or two. All right, but we got a Frost over here. Let's just combine these guys out. I'm gonna combine these guys out. Boreas there. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let's actually get I'm gonna get this Boreas up here. The deck that I'm playing right now, he's having a very tough time. I think this is gonna be a G. Did he take a hit right there? No, he didn't. This deck is actually super fun to play. Hit him with a good game. Holy smokes, that was a close game. Or that was not a close game. He's struggling. Put Harlequin back in. You don't need Scrapper. You need more help than that. I don't know. Let's try and jump into one more game here. All right, we found one more game here. 1500 crit Blade Dancer. Another perfect example for you guys. All right, you saw a little bit of a weird one right there with his Cultist deck. He was missing Harlequin. However, this Blade Dancer deck, okay, it's a little bit more normal to run Blade Dancer without Harlequin than it is for Cultist without Harlequin. And that basically is because Blade Dancer can hold down the fort with fewer necessities, fewer Blade Dancers. They don't need to be set up as well, right? As long as they're not touching each other, they're going to be doing some pretty good damage. Where with Cultist, you really need, I'm just going to do that for right now. You really need them to be next to each other, set up, and honestly, you need them in a T. It's amazing when you're trying to get that T, that plus, whatever you want to call it, and you have like the top one, the middle one, the left one, and you need two more. The damage is still super, super low. You could even get that bottom one. You're still missing one. The damage is still super low. You desperately need it to be a full T for you to be outputting damage and hanging out and just be like sitting pretty. So Blade Dancer, that's not the situation. He should be okay. So we found a Hex. That's what I was looking for. We're going to do that. Found another Frost, whatever. I'm just going to do this for right now. Next is Gorgon. Gorgon is really good because I'm not really worried about Gorgon. I might actually just do this right now. I'm being greedy. Being greedy, yes, sir. That's exactly what we wanted. Let's get a Boreas up. The Rush Royale gods are trying their best for this to be an actual solid game, okay? I think typically, and you guys would probably agree, maybe you would disagree. Let me know if you disagree. If I go into this game against this Blade Dancer deck, I think typically we're supposed to lose this matchup. Let me know what you think. Do we win this matchup typically? Lose this matchup typically? I'm not 100% sure. I think we've got a decent shot, but we really did need a good board. We got Gorgon. We've got a rank 3 Hex on a rank 3 Boreas on a rank 3 Ivy, and both of our damage units are on damage tiles as well. And now we got a Frost over there. We've got Bedlam next, which is scary. So since we know that it's Bedlam, we're going to have to output as much damage as possible when we get to that boss. So we really desperately need to level up our Boreas, get it to probably, we've got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Boreases on our map right now. I'm just going to do that and that. All right. I don't really need a rank 3 Frost. Ooh, that's not bad either. Let's get one more Dryad so I can get a rank 3. All right, I'll just do this. Actually, we're going to go here. Let's do it. Let's level our Boreas up to 4. We've got a rank 4 on a 3. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Boreases now. So let's just try and fill our board. There's 6 Boreases again. But Bedlam, as you saw, it's tricky. My Boreas is level 9, I believe. And we've had 2 Bedlams in this video, I think. I could be way off. And I don't think we've killed Bedlam before it switched us yet. So let's see if this is the first time that we're actually able to do that, because I really like my board and I don't want it to get ruined. So let's do got our Boreas to max. We're going to do Ivy because it does a little extra damage. We're going to do Frost because maybe that'll do a little extra damage. And we're going to use our J as soon as we can to get that Bedlam as weak as possible, and maybe, just maybe, we can take it out. I mean, I feel like with this setup on this board, it shouldn't be close, but I bet you it's going to be close. So 2 seconds, it's got to be 137, right? 112, even lower. Let's hit our J now, a little bit early. Oh yeah, took that out immediately. Get our Hex up, get our Frost up. Tribunal is next. Tribunal is the worst for us because chances are we're not going to take out Tribunal right before it hits. Although we did... the speed that we took that last one out, maybe we could. But Blade Dancer almost always, if they're set up properly, and a good Blade Dancer player, almost always takes out Tribunal before it hits. So the more Tribunals, the better chance a Blade Dancer deck is going to win. That's just kind of how it works. We're going to just start keep hitting our J here. Why not? We'll do that. We got an Ivy right there. We'll get a Boreas up right here. We don't need another Frost. We got another Boreas. We got another Boreas. 38. So let's just hold on to our mana for right now. You can see they're getting a little bit far, but as soon as we kill that Bedlam, or the Bannerlord rather, we should go all the way back to our portal with our Hexes. Our Hex should be doing work. It's doing pretty good, 23 seconds. But it's kind of that ebb and flow. We take a little while to take that Bannerlord out. We come all the way back to our portal with our Hexes. So we need Tribunal, or we need the timer to run out before Tribunal to be when we're all the way back towards our portal, and it's not always the case. You see right now we're kind of far. Hex, do your thing, Hex. Come on, do your thing. Yeah, 492, no chance, no chance, no chance. We got to combine out. So right there, super, super bad for us. It hit our rank 4, it hit our rank 2. I'm going to get my Ivy back up. Let's just do this for right now. We got a Frost. We got another Frost. Combine out those guys. That's fine, I suppose. Our levels are pretty decent. But, alright, let's get our Boreas back up to that. I'm going to hit my... we got another Tribunal. Alright, we're out. We're already done. We're already done. Completely out of the game here with another Tribunal. So I think in some cases we might be okay against I guess we'll do a Hex here. But I gotta stop doing things because my I don't have mana, and Tribunal's gonna rank us down, obviously. But I think typically if we go up against a Blade Dancer deck, and maybe if we don't get hit with Tribunal, you know, twice in a row, really unfortunately, we might be okay. I'll hit my J as soon as I can. Can Hex do his thing real quick? Hex. 2.4, he's got 3.394. Yeah, that's a GG. That's a complete GG. Hit him with a good game. Let's see if he gets another Tribunal after this too. He's very excited. We might be able to take out this, but we've gotten hit with Tribunal twice now, and he hasn't. So essentially, he hasn't had to go up against a boss in 2 waves, which is really, really tough. Warlock's okay. I'll do this. Another Hex. Ew. Alright, let's risk it for the biscuit. Okay, that's not bad. I wouldn't even mind getting this Hex up to 4, so maybe we can find another Dryad. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Let's get it up to 4. See what Hex can do. I want to just make sure my board is still full against Warlock. But we're trying our best here. 600 to go through there. If we can take out some of these bosses, our Hex should do a really good job. Look at all this, dude. Oh, we did take out stuff. Okay. Come on, baby. Do your thing, Hex. Warlock's going to be ugly, but it might be ugly for him as well. I'm going to hit my J here. Maybe it would have been better just to wait. He's keeping his trainer for Warlock, which is definitely not a bad strategy. 2-1. So we're both going to get hit here. I don't have much mana. 18 mil. Did he have 16 or 6? 16. He'll probably take this out, though, if I had to guess. If I had to guess, he'll take this out. I'd almost rather my Frost didn't trigger here. Don't hit anything that I need. Like, anything over here, ignore. Please, 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 please. Oh, brutal. Absolutely brutal right there, dude. So he did take it out. I think we started with 18, and we didn't even get it below 18. So that's always a good sign. We still have a couple of rank 2 hexes here, and we do have a rank 2 Frost. We got another Frost right there, so that's kind of okay. I think we've got a very, very small chance. Let's try and get a Hex. Nope, no Hex. No Hex, no dice. Let's hit our J here, slow it down. We still have some Boreases trying really hard. I think we'll be able to take out this Vortex, where we're going to try and work back towards our portal a little bit. Take out that Vortex. All right, Hex, do your thing, big guy. Do your thing, big guy. We got a Bannerlord. I think a Bannerlord's pretty good for us, actually. I can probably hit my J at least one more time. He's going to hit his trainer. 15 seconds. We might have this, fellas. And there is a GG. Hit him with a good game. All right. All right. You know it's a good game when I start getting squeaky, when I start losing my voice. Fellas, 3 wins with this deck. Pretty fun. I think that crit really does make a difference. All right. We were able to take out those. If you can take out those mini bosses throughout the waves, it's going to help you so much throughout the games, because that means you're getting back to your Hex and you can keep on clearing your board. But we went through a ton of adversity in that game and still came out on top. Check the stats out here. My Hex is doing the most. Level 8 Hex, level 9 Boreas, level 12 Ivy. Guys, try this deck out, okay? Depending on where you're at in the ladder, I think it could do really good things for you. But that's going to be the end of this YouTube video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.